You. Okay, so today we are going to do our rainbow fish for our collage project. So I'm going to just go ahead and recap what we need to do. It's very important that we follow all of the steps. So remember, it is when we're doing the fish, we're doing half a piece of paper. The reason we're doing half is because we want it to fit inside. So the first thing you do is fold your paper in half. Then you go sad, happy, right? And that makes the body of the fish. Then we make a circle and a dot for the eye. I hope you could see that, right? And then we make like a C over here. Now, the fish has gills, so we need to make sure that we do the gills on the side. So it's like a backward C. Two of those. There you go. Look at that. Okay, and now we're going to do the tail, which is like a big C right over here. There we go. And then we're going to close it up over here. So right here is the middle point. You can make a little line there so that you know how to do it. And then you connect one big swoop and it looks sort of like an eye over there, right? And then we do another one right over there, another swoop. Now we need to do the fin. So we do a kind of like an arch over here, a smaller arch over there. And then it's wiggle, 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 wiggle. Okay, so so we have a fish. See how we got that? We need the little mouth of the fish so we could do that. Over here, we're going to do a curved line that goes one. On the other side, another curved line. So it should look like this. Over here, a curved line and then another curved line. Okay, now over here, we're going to do lines. We should do 3 lines over here curved and 2 lines over here because this fin is much smaller. So let's go ahead and do that. We have curved line 1, 2, and 3. We got 3 of them inside. Now we're going to go ahead and do the bottom one. So that's 1, 2, and that's it. Now, when we are doing the scales, because fish have scales, it's like if the U, like if we were to do a U is over here. See that? But we're doing like a sleeping U, right? The U is like sleeping to the side. And that's the shape. So it's this one right here. I'm going to go cross this one out and just so you know that that is the one that you're supposed to do. So when you are doing that, you are going sleeping U, sleeping U, sleeping U, sleeping U, sleeping U, sleeping U, sleeping U. So far in the first line, the first row, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you can make them fatter, like wider, so that way it'll be less, but 7 is good. So I'm going to keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 because as we're approaching, it's getting wider. So I'm going to go again now to the next row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, this might actually start getting smaller because the fish is getting a little bit thinner at that end. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right. So this is how it's looking so far. Do you see how pretty that is? So the U's are like sleeping U's. Let's go ahead and do some more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's getting less. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally 1 and 2. So you see that? We have our fish, very pretty. Okay, so now we want to make it like a rainbow fish because remember, we're referencing the fish that we saw in the rainbow fish book, and we want to make the scales different colors. So I actually have crayons over here. Let me just go ahead and show you. I have some crayons over here in my, right there. And you could use color pencils, but the idea is not like a rainbow, meaning in the sense like it's only the colors of the rainbow, which are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. No, we are going to mix it up. You could put baby blue, you could put pink, you could put different kinds of oranges. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab some. You could put different kinds of blue. I'm going to grab some crayons in my hand. See, I have a whole bunch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take turns. So for instance, I'm going to do red, inside that little scale, I'm not coloring the whole thing like stripes, because that's our first instinct. Our first instinct is like, ooh, let me go color that like stripes. No, we don't want to do that. So I'm coloring each little scale a different color. And as I color, I just move the color to the crayon to the side. And then I can even put brown, you know, like it's a different color fish. Excuse me. And then a darker blue. And now I'm going to start with darker green here. So each section you can see is coming out with a different color. I'm using some pink. And I think it looks really pretty like that, because then it, see, and I have 3 kinds of like sort of like yellow. I can put peach, and that just makes my fish look colorful. I could even use black. Why not? Let's use some black. I'll use black. And I know I want that one already, so I'm going to go back with repainting my red. And then I just restart the whole thing. Just go and make each section a different color, just because it makes it look really nice. And in the end, it's going to look like I have this really cool color fish. So far, this is what I got. Very pretty. And if you have color markers that are like the neon color markers, you can feel free to use that. That would look really nice. So this is where we are at the stage. And I'm just going ahead and coloring all of this. Make sure that when you're coloring, what's really important, that even though I seem to be going pretty fast, I want you to take your time, in the sense that I'm not saying about going excessively slow, but I mean like make sure that you're coloring neatly, because it would be a shame to put all that hard work and then just not color it neatly, and then you just have a big, like, I don't want to see rows. I want each scale to be a different color. Okay, I'm continuing that. And I also think like you might want to start thinking as you're coloring, what color do you want to do the face? What color do you want to do the fins? I would suggest that the face could be a different color, and then the fins and the tail could be another color. Let me just go ahead. I think I'll use some green over here. I think it's really looking very nice. It's coming out pretty, having all the variety of colors, even the variety of, didn't really put black. I should put a black here, because that is a color that we can use. And then you can go over any one that you think, like for instance, I don't think this is that neat, so I want to fill it up. I always want to fill up the part of the scale, and I want to make sure that it is really color. I don't like when we color and it's like you can't, it's not a solid color, like you can clearly see the white. I don't want to see the white. Let me use some more. I like that pink. And no, I have that color again. I keep using like the same color. Let's see. Maybe over here I will use red again. And then lastly, I will use a darker green. So far you can see that my fish has all those pretty colors. Look how nice that looks. And then it makes it look or give the sensation of tiles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the inside part of I have to decide. I'm going to outline it with green. You don't have to choose to outline it with green, but I am. And I'm going to choose to outline the fins green as well, because I was thinking that what I do to one side in order to make that fish really stand out, and also create a balance, is that I'm going to use the same kind of outlining. And that will create just a sense of a little bit more like making sense, the fish. So I'm outlining my fish in that green. You could outline it in red if that's what you want to do, but I'm going to go ahead and outline mine with green. So that's what I have so far. And since I love the pink and green combination, I'm going to go ahead and color the inside of my tail, that part that looks sort of like an eye. It looks almost like bunny ears, actually. I'm coloring that pink. And then I'm going to, with this, I'm going to take turns. So I'm going to color one pink, and this part one pink right here. And then so I'm left with these white parts right over here. And that's okay. Now I want my fish again to be kind of uniform. So I'm gonna color my inside of my fish, the face, not the body. The face, I'm going to use some green, pink. So it would be nice. It's up to you. You could use different colors for each section. It's entirely up to you. But I'm just gonna go ahead and color just so that it looks like it makes sense. So this is it for today. We're gonna continue the fish, and then we're gonna start working also on creating paper towels. So you're gonna need for the next class, you're gonna need some blue paper. All right, so have a nice day. Bye.